start our big project. You can see we are working on the state of Louisiana. It is a cutout, cut on a CNC machine. And what we have to do first is we have to put a base coat down. And what I like to do when I'm doing a project like this of this size, I like to plan it all out. So I know starting out what I want to do, what colors I want to use, what applications, little specific like beads that I had to order, some little Mardi Gras signs. I'm going to put a heart here in remembrance of the terrorist attack this year. But, so I laid it out. But something else I like to do is write a special prayer or a note. So for me, everyone who touches this or sees this, I pray for their well-being, their health, their happiness. I just want people to be blessed this year. So I wrote a little special note on here, so whoever gets this will have that as a base of their project. So what I'm doing is I have already decided that I was going to paint this bottom half white with acrylic paint and the top half black. So this is step one for us, and I'm just using a little sponge brush. I have a cup of water to help put this on, and I'm going to do this in multiple layers, y'all. So this is the first coat, and I have my line drawn. And if you think, oh my gosh, you're going to lose all your directions. No, when I drew out my directions, I took a picture of it. So I have it because I knew this was going to be covered up in this phase. We're just going to put some more. Ooh, y'all, I need to get some more white. There we go. I just finished working on a custom seascape that I did. I kind of showed y'all some of that, but I painted white along the trim of that painting or canvas. So that's drying, so it can get ready to go to its forever home. I had a friend who brought back some beautiful shells and sea glass from her vacation and wanted to encapsulate it in a piece. So that's what we did. And I'm also going to paint the sides. And you can see I've already taped the back of this, so when I start pouring my acrylic, I'm not going to have to worry about sanding and drips and cleaning up all that mess. I just used some painter's tape, painted along there, so that's done. And like I said, this is a first coat that we're putting on here. And part of the reason we do this, y'all, is because this is wood. This is layered. You can see how it's layered there with wood pieces. But wood itself is porous, okay? And what does that mean? If you're working with a porous material, it will soak up. Like if I was to pour resin directly on this without a base coat of anything, it would soak into this. So you want to prep any kind of piece like this with some kind of base layer to seal that up so you don't have that problem, right? You don't want your resin soaking into your wood. So I'm not going to make this video long because I told you guys, in fact, you guys voted on this. I asked you, would you rather me do this big long project in a series, like bits and pieces, step by step? And that's what y'all voted on. So I said I would do both of those. I'm going to do one long one, and I'm going to break it down for you. So this first part in the series is what I call prep work, right? And that's just sealing up our wood. And like I said, it's very important. So we get all of this wood sealed, the sides, all of that. And like I said, this is one coat. I'm going to do a couple coats of this. Plus, it's also like an underpainting. What is an underpainting? I know some of y'all just said, what is that? Well, an underpainting gives like a base. So when you pour your colors on top of this is an undertone. This is going to be black. So anything I pour up here is going to be darker in saturation, right? Anything I pour down here is going to be more pastel, a lighter vibe. And I'm doing it two different ways for that reason. Because Mardi Gras is a party, right? Everybody comes out to have a good time, party. So it's light down here. It's going to be the fun part. The Saints smash face football. That's what football is, right? It's intense. Well, if you're playing a good team, it can be intense. Sometimes it can be a blowout. We won't mention any of that, though. And we just saw that happen in Nolans, as a matter of fact, right? So, I'm doing this. That's why I'm doing it white and black, because I want different undertones for when I pour my resin. That is the reason. Okay, so white is done. Now I'm just dipping this, see how it's turning white, and I have plenty of paper towels so I can rinse this out, clean this brush so it is ready for my black. And then we're going to paint the top black. Oh, you can see that. Got some water on there. Don't want to do that. Okay. That's good. Now, let's get started with our black. Alright. 5 words. Okay. Now, we're going to cover this with black. I want to make sure it's good saturated. And I'm doing this now because I want all of this to dry. I'm going to give it plenty of time to dry before I start pouring any resin on top of this. And I have this sitting on a puppy pad, y'all, and I'm not concerned if this acrylic gets on the puppy pad because I can just wipe it off. Acrylic is water-based, right? So I can just wipe it down. No biggie. No big deal at all. So, there we go. It is just that simple, y'all. Nothing to it. So, smooth this down. I want to make sure. And I'm going to go across because I want this pattern to be the same. Okay. And all that's going to disappear when we start pouring our resin. Okay, because we're going to pour different colors up here. We're going to do gold and black. So I'll be pouring some gold, and maybe some clear gold flake up here too. But I have my Fleur de Lis that will go up here once I get my resin and everything poured. Once the resin cures, I'll be attaching this. And then I have all of my beads and my little doodads that will go down on the bottom here for our Mardi Gras. So there we go. That is step one. Prep work. Painter's tape on the back. That's number one before you do anything. Draw out your pattern. What do you want on, you know, where do you want things to go? Placement. I do this with my geodes too. If you've ever watched my geode videos, you've seen me draw out where I want my crystals to go, where I want my druzy to be. So I have a guide when I'm laying things out. That really does help. So you're not second guessing yourself. Do I really want it there? Oh, maybe I should put it up here. You do all that before you start any process on your wood pieces, either wood canvas if you're doing a geode or a wood cutout like this. Organize yourself and lay it out. It's easy to erase a pencil and say, nah, let me see what it looks like over here. What if I draw this here? What if I put that there? You could even lay your pieces down on the wood to get a feel of how it's going to look or how you want it to look. Take a picture of that. If you've got it laid out exactly how you want it, take a picture of it on the wood. Then when it comes time after everything's cured to go back and lay it out, you're not having to try to remember, you know, where did I have that? Oh my gosh, that looks so good and now I can't remember what I did. So give yourself those little cheats. It's okay to do that. But here we are. Step one is done. I will add some more white over the next 4 to 6 hours because I want this solid like that solid. Anyway, step one in the books. Step two's coming up. So make sure you do all the YouTube things. Like, subscribe, comment, and tell me below. Do you like this idea? Is there something you would change or that you would do different? Share that with us. It may be something that helps other people or gives me more ideas. We're always learning. That never changes. So until next time, y'all, happy arting. Ta-ta for now.